Hello everyone, my name is B and welcome to the Welly UHC Season 2 Aftercall. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I say, this was a nice change from the usual like massive flux UHCs. It's nice to do some small, like a smaller UHC like this. I didn't think I'd enjoy it being so small, but I did. It was quite nice.
It was just my company, B.
Yeah, obviously we have the obvious thing looming over all of us, the glitch that instantaneously murdered both Jess and I.
Yeah.
If for those of you who were already dead and not in the game, I'm assuming you don't know what happened.
I don't.
No,
No,
so
I was watching
basically,
the chat.
I have the console open in the other chat on my other screen, and I can see like when the border's moving, so I can tell you guys like when I said like, oh, by the way, the border's at 300 blocks or whatever, and we were mining, and it said we're off 20 blocks away from the border. So we thought, okay, let's mine away, and we mined plenty away, didn't we? And you know, I'm sure you've all had the border go over you before. You know what happens. You slowly start to suffocate, and the further away it gets from you, the more you suffocate. The faster it goes down. Well, we were just mining away. We were plenty away from the border, and then suddenly we were instantaneously dead. Like it didn't slowly deplete our health. We just died instantly, just instantaneously suffocated because the border skipped 200 blocks in my console. So I was watching my console and it went to 600, and so that's when we were near it. And then just instead of going like 600 and 599, 598, so on, it just went 600, 400 instantly and killed both of us because we were outside of that. So if you were too, you would have died as well. So that was great. So Alexa, because you weren't here, we respawned and got our stuff back. But obviously, it's time bomb, so all our stuff had already exploded. So we had to create it all again and pause the entire UHC while we sorted it out. So that was
we're talking our perspectives. Like we had this, we had this.
we're gonna leave it in our episode so you can see what happened, but it just like instantaneously killed us. It was ridiculous. But other than that, I think the rest of it went quite well. So we'll go around and we'll talk about everybody's experiences as we always do. And let's start with, we don't have everybody here that participated, so we'll start with Avalos.
Oh Jesus, really? All right. All right. Well, we started pretty much right here, and it was a pretty good adventure. We caved, found more diamonds than I've ever found in any UHC period. It was all Hope's doing. She did it all. She carried me. I was the mom of the group when I was like, "Don't forget to eat. Your dogs are stuck here," because we had 2 dogs. Sorry, that might have been for you. There's lava here. Make sure you put the water down. So yeah, and then Jess shredded me, and that's how I died.
Same.
See, I didn't. We won, and this is for anyone that didn't know, the first of my own UHCs that we've won, other than like my streamed ones. So I'm pretty sorry that I didn't get any of the kills, to be honest. But when I fought you,
ran away,
Avalos,
so I was like, whoa.
I had to, because when I fought Avalos, for those of you who weren't spectating, when I fought Avalos, I was so shocked I had to go check his sword after we killed him, and it was only sharp 2. So I was so confused because as he was coming down the hill, I mean, I'm not kidding you, my health went from full to like 2 hearts in a second. I was so confused, it just destroyed me, and I was like so shocked because like you're usually the guy that dies in the environment. So I was like, what?
No.
Yeah, he almost killed me too. I was quite surprised. I was like, oh my god.
So have you been practicing Avalos?
No. In fact, I was admitting in the beforehand, I'm like, I should have asked people 45 minutes before we started to go do some practice.
Well,
you did well.
As you can actually see here, this is the water that I placed as I ran from him so that he couldn't chase me, so that you could land in it and stop him from chasing me.
Yeah, that's what I turned.
I think what happened is because you were above me as you came down the hill. Obviously, for those who don't know, if you jump, obviously you crit people when you hit them. And as you came down the hill, it's kind of like, I think you're jumping, so that high ground hit sort of critical hit me, and I just got absolutely destroyed. And I had like prop 2 diamond armor, so I was like, what is going on?
Yep.
But yeah, so I had to run away.
My proudest moment. I actually did something.
And then the thing is, as well, is then Jess took over to finish you off, but you nearly killed Jess as well. So I'm like a bit
It was almost embarrassing. Like I don't want.
because we too well. I took like half.
Like, I tried to clean up and it still almost died.
Did I take? How much health did I take off you, Avalos?
I don't even remember. I'm gonna have to go back and look. It was.
Well, whatever I did, and then UK took over to finish off, and we both almost died. So
Yeah.
GG.
I think he was like half, and I was full when we started. and almost died.
And I know
So
I
GG.
had gapples, so I had 2 hearts. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll look. It was at least that. We'll say
Well.
half. But thank you.
Well, yeah, you did very well because you destroyed us. Herp.
Yeah, I mean, basically what he said. I mean, we didn't. Of course, could always do better.
We actually saw you. Well, we didn't see you. I heard you mining, I think. Were you mining? Because I'm sure I heard you in this
Were you
area.
in this mountain?
We were at one point. So it was you
At
two.
one point, but
Because I saw your name and like we both flipped out.
Yeah, we were freaking out because I could hear like mining and we saw your names and then you shifted and we couldn't see you anymore.
Were you in a ravine?
No, right here.
Yeah, we were still
no, that could have been Isaac. 'Cause
Okay.
Isaac
No,
was-
it was
Pretty
black
sure it was
names.
Isaac.
Yeah,
It was
they went
oh,
to
was
attack
it?
me, and we were all in the
Yeah.
same area, and I was in that little cave thing, and
I
then
have
they
no
attacked
Oh,
me.
that's what we had then. It was
Yeah.
Isaac and
Must
It was
be.
Isaac under there.
And
Okay.
rabid
There was definitely
dogs.
2 black names that were just right, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we were like everywhere around this
They
area.
were over the hill, but
Yeah.
Isaac was right below you
Isaac was literally underneath you and
Yeah.
broke a block
Yeah.
underneath you.
and broke a block under you.
Oh,
I did, and I thought that you saw it because you started to gapple, and I was like, oh no, oh no.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that,
But you didn't even see me.
that's what we heard then, because I
Yeah.
heard,
Mhm.
and I said
Yeah.
to Jess, I heard a block. Did you just place a block? I just did. I said, well, I just heard one break or place.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that's when I
She's like,
gappled.
did you eat? And I was like, yeah, I ate. So
Hmm.
Yeah, so we pre-gapped because we heard the block place, and because we saw black names, we assumed it was you two.
Yeah.
They ran over the hill though. When you saw them,
Oh.
they ran over the hill over
Yeah,
there,
we
and
ran over
Isaac was
there.
right below you.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
right below you.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna dump the lava in the hole.
glad you
So
didn't,
I
but
like set
to
it
have
And
kills.
I thought that B and Jess were gonna attack me in that little hole, so I set it to where they'd take fall damage if they just dug straight down. And I was like checking the
Oh, we're
rules
not
chat,
that
and I was
silly.
like, "Are traps allowed? Are traps allowed?" And I didn't see anything.
I'm
But you
having-
didn't even fall for it, so it's fine.
Yeah, we're not
we-
that silly.
We looked down the hole and discussed like a little cave that we saw. We discussed if we would go down there for a brief second and decided it was a terrible idea. We didn't.
Yeah, it would have been a bad idea.
So Laurie, how you doing?
Mm. I'm doing fine.
You're speaking for you and Lauren here.
Yeah. Poor Lauren. I died a horrible death. we were doing really well. We were enchanted. We both had fire aspect. We were doing good, but we were going to go up to the surface because we needed to get more sugarcane for books. And as we got up there, it was night. So we came about halfway back down the last part of our staircase and placed our enchanting table and our anvil there. And she was trying to get her sword to sharp 4 fire aspect. So we needed levels because I was trying to get mine to sharp 3 fire aspect. So we went down to get levels, but we went to like different areas, and I realized that the border was coming. And so I was like, oh my God, the border's like right here. So we ran to go up the stairwell to get our enchanting table and our anvil, and it was too late. So it had already swallowed it. And so we started running back down. Well, she started mining up right away, and I didn't. I started strip mining, and I strip mined like right into a cave that was full of zombies and skeletons. So I went across the cave and started to go up to the, towards the surface again. And I only got about maybe 3 blocks up, and I hit lava. So
Ooh.
I hit the lava, so I turned around to go back down the staircase. She was in a different one, and all the zombies were in my staircase already. So I was between lava and zombies, and of course, when I tried to fight the zombies, I caught them on fire. So I had about 5 flaming zombies in one direction and lava in the other. So I really had nowhere to go. There was nowhere for me to go. Like, I died to fire, and it was fire on all sides. So I'm not sure which fire killed me, but it was definitely fire.
One of the flaming
The
things.
best way to go.
So honestly, like, this is like, fire aspect really bit me in the butt because everything was on fire. And then she was by herself, and so I don't really know what happened, but I know I was watching her, and she was finding more diamonds. She had found a lot of diamonds. So I'm pretty sure she was close to a full diamond, and I know she had a really good sword. But I'm pretty sure she got into a cave where Isaac and is it Ember were, because I saw her kill Ember. She was fighting them, and I saw her kill Ember. But then Isaac killed her. So
what happened there, Isaac? How did you
I don't
kill
think
her?
she had enough time.
So I saw her. She had killed Ember, and I was like, "Oh no, not my friend." So I waited for her to open the chest, or to close out of the chest, and then eat a gapple, and then I just went in for the kill, and it was really close though.
I didn't see her gapple.
Did she gapple? She might have been like mid gappling. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think she had a chance to gapple.
We
So
definitely watching
yeah,
it.
but she was on like over half health. I'm pretty sure.
She
But
was,
yeah,
that's
so
real.
I got to half a heart, and then I almost died if I didn't put down the water bucket, because her fire aspect was like so strong.
When we were watching in Tab, Jess and I were both actually like, we went shocked, because it was, for those who weren't looking, it was like a roller coaster, because 1 minute Lauren had lower health, and Isaac had lower health, and Lauren had and we just couldn't.
Yeah.
At one minute, we thought like, they would have killed each other, and we would have been like perfect.
That would have been
Yeah,
funny.
I almost did. Yeah, but she killed Ember, and I was like, no, let me go in first.
We knew
Because
that
I
both
had
of you were
like
good, so we went
stronger
with,
stuff.
we
Yeah.
didn't really care which one died as long as one of you did.
Yeah.
yeah.
So how was the rest of your game?
The rest of my game. So we found Alexa and Tamara in like episode 2, I think. It was like episode 3.
No,
it was like
3.
middle of
Yeah.
3. And I was so shook, and we found a part where you guys had made obsidian and broke some blocks right next to it. So we're like, oh no, they're enchanted. We're not even enchanted. Like, we just got full iron armor. Like, this is not good. And then I just went in for it, and yeah. Oh, that one was really close too. I think I was on like 3 hearts after the Alexa thing.
You were actually only on 1 heart after, but I'll get into
Yeah.
Actually,
Give me more credit, okay? I died first team.
when you killed Samira, we actually screamed like, "What?" Because for a moment we thought we got into episode 3 and we thought you'd broken a rule.
Oh my god.
We
Yeah.
were both like,
We were about to scream at you.
I think that Ember saw her name, or Tamara's name, in episode 2 though. So
It was
we were
either
just
the
like,
end
yeah.
of episode 2 or the beginning of episode 3, because it was like
Yeah.
I was
It was the
terrified
end of
because I knew it
episode
was.
2, because I actually saw you, but I ducked behind a corner because I was shifting.
I knew I didn't see you, so I was like, she either saw me or she's. So I was like,
I knew exactly where you guys were, but I was trying to get away, but I'll explain.
Yeah. I guess it's yeah, and after episode 5, or it might have been episode 4, we started finding diamonds like crazy. We didn't even enchant until like the middle of episode 4, and then we got up to like tier 2 everything, I'm pretty sure. So yeah,
Alexa, at least you died to PvP. I died to
Yeah.
zombies.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
and
sorry.
whenever
I'm the
I was
only
fighting-
one that did not die to PvP.
whenever I was fighting Jess, I was like, I forgot about the switcheroo, so I hit Jess and then I went for another bow shot, but because it was in front of me, it was behind Jess and that was B. So then I was like, oh no, like I'm not I'm not like trying to double team you guys, or like
we got
one.
really tilted. I was like, well,
two.
if he wants to
Yeah.
fight us both at once, we'll fight
Yeah, I
him both.
know. And I chose Jess, even though, because like in the chat I saw earlier, because you said you hadn't like properly PvP'd in 2 months, and also we both were like mildly laggy. So like you had
Yeah.
300 ping and I had 200.
It's quite
So I
funny
was
that
like-
you asked to fight Jess first, because throughout the whole thing, I
Yeah.
was like, well, just so you know, you're fighting Isaac first.
Yeah.
I didn't even.
I
get
was
a
like, okay, so B has like 20 ping. This is not gonna work out well.
Before Ember
So-
died, I actually said to Jess, just so you know, you're going for Isaac and I'm going for Ember.
hey, I would
It
have
was
done it.
Lauren. I had to fight Lauren.
Yeah, you also had to, I also said you had to fight Lauren, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay,
I
I
can't
guess
fight Lauren.
that's kind of the end of my UHC experience.
Well, congratulations, B and Jess. That's awesome.
Thank you. Emma, what was yours like?
Well, I'm very bad at PvP, as everybody in the entire world knows, and so but nothing really too much had happened, except we were having issues with getting like things that we needed at the beginning. But then once we found the ravine, me and Isaac had completely split directions. I was in the ravine and Isaac was on the complete other side. And so it was like the end of episode 2 and I saw Tamara's name. It was funny because I was following it because I thought it was Isaac for a second, but I saw Tamara's name. And so immediately I shifted and ran the opposite direction and just like hid in like a little cave area until I could find Isaac.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, and then we still couldn't see them, but then I was like, I know they were this direction and everything. And Isaac said that he wanted to fight them. So it was like, okay. So we headed that way and I was like, I didn't see Alexa. So I didn't know if she was there or if she had just seen me and just hid. And so we had like headed that direction and then I saw both of their names, but they were completely in separate areas. And so Isaac went and fought Tamara and I just hid in a hole again. And then Isaac went up and was like mining. He was just mining and Alexa came down the same staircase that Isaac was mining. And I was like, Alexa's here! And I hid again. And Isaac hid.
I was like, oh my gosh, I found a vein of gold. Oh my gosh, I found Alexa. It was like, it all happened at once.
Everyone's Amazon
crazy.
echoes turn on.
I actually feel bad that they picked Alexa's name.
Yeah.
How dare you, Amazon? We need to write formal complaints.
Yeah, you should send them one. but then later on, whenever I died, we were just mining in the little area, and then Isaac was going down like part of the cave, and then he just turns around and he's like, oh my gosh, it's Lauren, and just sprints off, and I'm just stuck in between a wall, and so Lauren comes up and just kills me immediately.
Yeah, because Lauren, it was like, okay, so like I was right here and we were coming down here, and then Lauren was just right here in this corner hiding, like hoping not to see us, and then I was just like, it's Lauren, run, and then Ember just went straight for it, and I was like, oh no.
It didn't work
Rest
well.
in peace.
Yeah, so I died.
Dear. Well, GG.
Thanks.
I wouldn't want to be stuck anywhere with Lauren.
Well,
Yeah.
Not against her, anyway. Not against her.
PvP.
No,
I was just
it
about
wasn't
to
fun.
say you were stuck with her for like 6 episodes.
No, I mean like going against her. No, I'd love having her on my team. Are you kidding?
Oh well, everybody does.
If I hadn't have died, oy.
So Alexa, how are you doing?
It was so salt-inducing, but I mean, it's okay. I mean, no, it's not even your fault. So we started off doing fine. We got plenty of apples. I turned around, we found a village. There were 2 libraries. We raided those.
So that was
and then yeah, so we immediately went down, and I thought I was being clever because we picked a nondescript house and like didn't touch the outside of it. We just dug down and covered it up so like nobody would even bother. So we dug down and we found a mine shaft immediately. So we went and we explored the mine shaft. There was like nothing in the chest. We didn't even like, we were actually really careful. We did fine in the mine shaft, but we kept getting separated. So we kept getting separated, going down different directions. We eventually actually made it back together in that ravine. And then she went off in one direction and I looked up and found Ember. So I hid and I was telling her, I was like, stop moving, they're here. And it was right around like just 2 minutes away from the episode. I was like, I don't know, do we just stay here and like wait for them to find us and then fight them? And I was like, it was just Ember. I didn't see Isaac. We could just go in. We can just like take her out and half the team. But she was already low in health. Like I was being aggressive. Listen, I love you, but you guys took me out. In my head, I was thinking, oh, like, that makes perfect sense. Like, split up the team. Like, go for it.
Let's get her.
But, like, I didn't know if that counted as stalking. I was like, well, I know where she is. I'm just not going to go after her as the episode turns. But it actually wound up a couple of times. You guys were, like, 3 blocks away from each other. I could see you guys, like, a mile away. So, like, Tamara kept going in that direction. And I kept seeing your name tags. For some reason, she could not see your name tags whatsoever. So, like, I had to keep guiding her. Like, whenever I saw your name tags, I would tell her to shift, and then I would have to go and find her. So, I would literally have to remember where she was and go find her so we could get back together. And then we went mining off, and before I even knew it, she was, like, 30 blocks away from me and, like, down a mine shaft I didn't know how she got to. Isaac had killed her. And then I tried to head you guys off, because I knew you guys were coming towards me, so I stayed shifted and I hid. And you came, I heard you mining towards me, and I went down the stairwell So I tried to go back up the stairwell and go around to go where you were mining down to jump on top of you, but it didn't work out. And I was like, I'm dead. I know I'm dead. So it just didn't end up. And then I thought about it after. I could have shot one of you guys to switch places and then like completely like changed everything. But either way, I was dead. But it was. I tried, and I have a lot of editing.
And just
for 3 episodes.
For future reference as well, it would only count as stalking if you like followed them for like a full episode.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you
Or
got
like half an episode even. But the time bomb thing, because I got like I think it was like 3 kills, I think, and I didn't get to loot a single body. If I did, I would have had
We
so
didn't
much
get
luck.
any of your stuff, Alexa.
Yeah.
There was a
It's
block
okay.
of cobblestone above it, and it wouldn't open. So we just
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, I'm not in Tamara's body. Like there wasn't even a block of cobblestone, and I couldn't open it, and I didn't have an axe in my hotbar, so I'm like, it's over. And then with the Lauren thing, I was just shaking like my mouse the whole time. I was like, how do I open this chest?
For anybody that may not know or may not have seen it, that's what it looks like when someone dies. This.
Yeah.
That's a shame though. You guys could have had 46 books.
That would have been
and
helpful. We were
did a
looking
whole
for 'em.
episode just for looking. Like I went to go look for sugarcane.
Hi.
Because that's how like far behind we were for that. Because we
We
couldn't
had-
find anything in our spawn.
We had the books, but we did not get a single diamond. So
Wow.
it was okay.
Gosh, everyone's gonna hate us when we tell our story.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just gonna go sit in this lava.
Episode 2.
I feel like I say this a
for
lot,
half
but like,
diamond, episode 4.
it was like how my best. I think it was easily like my best UHC ever. Because
Well.
we, in the first episode, other than you being on 2.5 hearts on an enchanted skeleton,
I almost died episode 1.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Same.
We were the same
The
parts.
enchanted bush shot Jess and knocked you down to 2.5 hearts.
We saw that.
Instantly, and I was like, "What are you
Yeah.
doing?" But
I was shot twice.
luckily, about 3 minutes before, I had agreed to do a final heal. So yay!
And I was
Yeah.
I was saying no, we're not getting Isaac to like no. And then she was like,
I'm
yeah.
glad we did now. But we went to hide somewhere until the episode rollover for the final heal, and when we mined down to hide, we found a huge mine shaft straight away,
gosh.
and it was just full of diamonds and gold and iron, and we were enchanted full iron by episode 2, like start of episode 2. And then we had diamond enchanted armor as well by the end of episode 3. I'm excited to become a running, and this is gonna make everyone angry, but it started to become a running meme in our episodes that we kept going, oh, more diamonds! And then
Yeah,
the person
every
like, oh,
time we
really?
walked around the corner,
I
more
mean,
diamonds.
that was us at like episode 5 because we
True.
found we went from like 2 diamonds to like 17 like by the end of episode 5 because we had a really good cave. So
And,
I mean, yeah.
I don't even know why, but we just kept finding them, didn't we? Every time we like, but there was one point where I was like, "Do you want to mine down a bit more?" And then Jess was like, "Yeah." So I mined, opened one block, and then it was just diamonds straight in front of me. It was like,
We're talking about how Lauren doesn't mind redstone, so to
yeah, we were. I remember we were talking about how Laura doesn't mind redstone, and
She
then
doesn't mind
Jess just
coal.
mined a block of redstone, and there was a vein of diamonds right behind it.
Wait, did you have the plugin on that gave you extra levels whenever you killed someone? Because
Yes.
after I killed Alexa and Tamara, I had like 40 levels, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
heavily
what's that?
reduced from what it's like in BHC, but yeah, you get levels
Yeah.
when you kill people.
Because if we had 100
I didn't
levels,
even
that would be
notice.
awful.
did you also do something to the emerald blocks?
The emeralds.
Yeah, so
They
the
turned into
enchanting bottles.
That's that. So our cook clean, the cook clean that I use is not the same one as like Play UHC. So the one I
okay.
use when I host in the scenarios plugin, it turns coal instantly into torches. It turns
Yes, it
gravel
did.
straight into flint. It turns emeralds into XP bottles because obviously you're not gonna use emeralds in the game. Let's be honest.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what they. That
Makes
was,
more
that's
sense.
Why.
So it's like
Lauren
an
was
extra
finding
level of cook
emeralds.
clean, basically.
I'm sad we didn't find emeralds then. We were stuck on levels for ages.
I know. Did any of you experience, other than like the ones at the end that fought us, did any of you experience switcheroo? What did you think to that?
Oh, yeah. After I just shot Jess like that, like 2 times, and I was like, nope, this is the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I
Because
found
I
out
had like
that
a power
switch.
3 bow.
It's a lot more useful in groups where you're not trying to be nice to not 2-team people, because the
Yeah.
tactic that Lauren and I use when we play BHC is that she or I will shoot someone and then it'll swap them places, then the person still at the other side will kill them when they swap places with them.
She told me your secret.
Yeah, so it can be really effective if, like, say, I shot Avalos and we swap places, then Jess could kill him because he'd be so disoriented from swapping places.
You tried. I saw it.
Yeah. I tried to shoot you to swap you. Yeah, I did try and swap you places, but I missed.
Yeah, that was one of our things, but then it just.
It didn't work, but nonetheless, we got quite stressed, didn't we? Because when Isaac started running from us, he was on one hat, and I was like, shoot him, and then you shot him.
And I had my bow out, but I accidentally.
Yeah.
So I'm not shooting him.
No, but we got. I suppose it's kind of karma because we had a really good game. It was like really good, and we were kind of like, wow, our game's great. We're doing so well, and we were like so full of ourselves, and the border just like glitches and murders us instantly.
We're being so
that's
cocky,
scary.
and then all of a sudden we're just dead.
Yeah, that happened to me too. Because Lauren was doing. I mean, she found a lot of diamonds. We were enchanted
always
really
does.
early. We were enchanted. We were enchanted very early as well. Like by the second episode, we were enchanting.
Did you guys enjoy the scenarios anyway, like the time bomb and everything else that we had?
I mean,
I didn't
the time bomb not so much.
But
Yeah, it did make it like really anxiety filled.
it was fun to watch it for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it was fun to see.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I want to do more like scenario ones, and I wanted to start everybody off with some of the like nicer ones.
Yeah.
These are the nice ones?
Blood diamonds.
These are apparently.
I mean, Avalos, there's literally ones that when you mine something, you like lose half your health.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
like-
not do blood diamonds.
I'm
We
just
would have died.
Yeah. No blood diamonds.
Yeah, you would have died.
There's, I think one of my favorite ones is double or nothing because it makes you so angry because essentially what it is you either get 2 or you get none, and you've got 50%.
Yeah, I don't
of
think
either,
that's a good one for
and
you.
it's horrible.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good one. I don't like that.
Well, anyway, there are so many different ones that we can look at for future seasons. But thank you everybody for watching. It's season 2 of Welly UHC. Please do let us know in the comments if you'd like to see us do a season 3. And make sure you subscribe to everybody's channels. Links are all over the place. And of course, a big thank you to MC Pro Hosting for sponsoring the server that we use for Welly UHC today. We appreciate you very much. And we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.